What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Ronald McDonald from McDonald's. And I'm here today to tell you guys about the Hotep story. This is my second take doing this. I'm not trying to do a third, so let's see if I can really get it together this time. You know what I'm saying? Because, quick recap. First, we had Mr. Gemini. Second, we had Scorpio. And now, the Hotep couple. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into the mess. So basically, first day, moving in the house, I meet the wife first out of the Hotep couple. Okay, I meet the wife. I'm moving my shit in. I'm in the kitchen. I see her. And I didn't know she's the wife at first, obviously, but she introduced herself like, oh, I'm, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm, Brandon. And she's like, hi. Like, real standoffish. The guard is up. She's like, hi. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm fine. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's how you want to be. That's fine. But I already knew that act was gonna last just only for so long because I'm gonna say what the fuck is going on? Because I'm gonna just say this, like, what the fuck? What is he doing? Sorry, y'all. There's a police officer here, and everyone just stopped in the middle of the road because he had his lights on. I don't know what the fuck these people are doing. But anyways, oh shit, let me not go yet. Wait, what was I just saying? I lost my train of thought because that was a lot. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I lost my damn train of thought. Yeah, she was real standoffish at first, being all rude and hi, how are you? So I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But, oh, that's what I was saying. I was a little pissed, but I didn't take it, to heart that much because I already knew, like, once that wall came down, she's gonna be a whole nother person. Because some black people do that. It's like, they'll be real standoffish with you at first because they don't trust you. Some of them will act a little more, like, anxious. Some of them will be a little more mean. But I understand because the ones who do that, it's like the ones who've been through a lot, or they've encountered a lot, or they come across a lot of fucked up people, so they just don't trust you. Like, they just don't trust you. And some people, I get it, some people are mean to flush out the people who want to, take their kindness for weakness. And so I'm like, okay, like, I get it. And like I said, that's just only going to last for so long. And it did because, boom, like I said, she opened up, started cooking for me all the time, was asking how I was doing for my birthday, made me a homemade strawberry cheesecake. She even was like, oh, Brandon, I'm like a therapist, I'm like the mom, if you ever have any problems or issues, you can come talk to me about it. And here is where things turn left. First, weird sign. I get a call from her. I don't know how she got my number, but I get a call from her, and she's asking me, she's like, hey, have you seen her man? Basically calling me, asking me, have I seen her man? And I'm like, at first, because it's like, I don't know you like that, and you're gonna call me, asking me about your man's whereabouts? Like, are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Like, are you not embarrassed? I was like, I picked up the phone, I was like, yeah, I don't know where he's at, I don't know where he could have been, I'm sorry, I really don't know. And she's like, okay, cool, thank you. So that was strike one, and I was like, that was a little weird. She's still being nice. Shit's going on. That's a little weird. That was number one, okay? Number two, and mind you, before, when she told me, like, initially, when she was like, oh, I'm like the mom in the group, I'm like the therapist, if you have any issues, come talk to me. I didn't trust that shit. Y'all can never trust people like that. People who are just so open and willing, just want you to tell them, they just want you to fucking tell them all your business, and you cannot trust people like that. And here's exactly why I peeped that shit, because another girl in the house was confiding in her, telling her business, and this girl was making dumb decisions. But it's like, if she's confiding in you, you shouldn't go and run with the information she gave you and talk shit about her with the other roommates, talking about that bitch, she's so fucking stupid. I done told her ass to not do that. She just doesn't fucking learn. And it's like, girl, who are you to point the finger and do that? And you're calling me about your man's whereabouts? Who's really out here being dumb? Who's really out here being stupid? Really? Okay, so that's number one. That's number two. And then I noticed how, like, she was low-key kind of like bullying the landlord, because like her and the landlord or landlords, they're all like friends. Like a few of the older people in the house and the landlords, they're all friends. They'll be hanging out doing shit, whatever. And she just has like top dog energy, like she does. And you can just tell the way, like, she's kind of person, like, she'll mediate the conversation. Like I said, she'll be picking on, bullying the landlords. But I don't mind when she does that, because they deserve it, because they were trash landlords. Like, shit would be broken, shit needs to be fixed, bugs, you know, they just weren't doing their part all the time. People stayed in that house a little bit too long. They definitely overstayed their welcome, and they should have been kicked out, especially since the landlords said they were going to be kicked out, and they weren't kicked out when they were supposed to be. So I don't even mind her bullying the landlords, because like I said, they had it coming, and it was pretty justified. Like, it was justified, because they were not good people, and she kind of was just giving them a taste of their own medicine. So let me not even say bullying. She was doing what had to be done. But still, the fact that those are supposed to be her friends, and you're over here bullying your friends, like, you see how weird that is? So you bully your friends, you tell people to trust you, you can't find your man, like... Like, what is going on? What is going on? So that's happening, right? And then her man, and he's the one who really brought forth the Hotepness. She was kind of more like calm about it. Like, she would just casually be like, oh, you know, we you know, we're Hebrews, blah blah blah. They were like, you know, she was like, would you like to come to our church? You know, would you like to? Because, you know, Hotep. Oh, for those who don't know, because I was like, what am I talking about? Hotep, it's like the black people who believe like we are the, like, God's people, everyone else is gonna fucking perish, we're the real Jews, blah blah blah, kings and queens, that type of shit. Who, those of you who don't know who Hoteps are, but it's the people who are like really into that shit. Like, I know who I am. I found my culture. Everything you told me was a lie. I'm Jewish. I'm black people. We're the best. We're elites. Everyone else is gonna die. They're gonna perish. Especially you white people. It's like, those are the Hoteps. Those are the Hoteps. So like I said, husband comes along, you know, and his introduction was a little bit different than hers. He wasn't as standoffish at her. He was still more so like cautious. Like, it was just giving cautious. Like, he was really trying to be cautious. He still said hi, introduced himself. Oh, okay, so maybe he might be a little bit better. No. No, 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 no. Here's what happened. He caught on to how, like, she was slowly, you know, incorporating, like, slowly trying to, like, you know, tell me about the religion. Like I said, I was already talking to her because she was giving me food. I was working at a food place before, and I would, like, bring food home. So I was like, you know, let me know what you want. You know, we were having conversations already. And he's like, oh, okay, so if she's talking to him, then he must be really cool then. So then one day I'm in the kitchen. She's already talking to me about the religion a little bit. Then he comes out. He's like, oh, y'all talking about? And then he goes full force with it. He's like, oh, did you know, here's some books you can read about it as well. He showed me these Bible scripts. And he's like, you see, black people, we're supposed to be hairless. Look at my stomach. Pulls his shirt up. See, no hair. You see that? White men, the white devils have hair everywhere, all around them. Like, going off. Them motherfuckers are all gonna die. He's like, and women, they're confused. They're over here wearing jeans. They're not supposed to wear jeans. Back then, women wore dresses. Jeans are for men because of the zipper, so they can pee. That's the point of the zipper, so they can stick their dick through and pee. Women aren't supposed to wear jeans. Whoever taught that shit started to confuse the women. They're supposed to be in dresses. When he started talking like that, I was like, oh no! Hotep Central! Get me out of here. Get me out of here, please. And then he's like, and these fucking fat, ooh, insert the rest. These F words coming around here. And I'm like, because he was really, there's that. But yeah, he was just going off at the table, really trying to just educate me, saying all these crazy ass things. And the wife is just hyping him up. Go ahead, baby, say it again. Tell him about this, tell him about that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and you're hyping this man up, and they're loud in the kitchen, like loud. I'm like, this is a lot right now. But it's also kind of eating it up, because it's like, when am I ever gonna talk about this again? Like, this is really a moment right now. This is like a movie. This is a scene. So then they're gassing it up, educating me and whatever. And then one of our roommates who's located in the front of the house, you know, by the kitchen, she comes out. She's like, hey guys, I'm tutoring right now. Do you mind just quieting it down a little bit? You know, I'm trying to have my tutor right now. I'm trying to tutor my student right now. And they're like, oh, okay, like, you know, yeah, no problem. As soon as she closes the door, Satan, see, that's Satan. Notice how right when we were talking about the Lord, right when we were talking about the good word, she wants to come out and disrupt us. Satan. I'm like, whoa. Like, I think y'all were just actually being a little bit too loud. I don't think she's Satan, but there's that. So then that's happening. And then on top of that, the Hotep start fighting. Like, I hear, this is after the conversation, after she doesn't quiet down, next to, like, things just start to unfold. Like, their true character starts to unfold. Okay, which one? No, I'm starting with this one. I came home one day and I hear her screaming like, get out. Talking about him, telling him to get out the room because he was wilding. So there's that. I seen that. I seen this other time he came home at like 3 a.m. because I came home around that time. Y'all, I pull up, I park. He gets out the car, and then this woman gets out the car that is not his woman, and she starts like adjusting her clothes, and then she gets in another car and leaves, and he goes inside. Whoa! And they're engaged. If I said married before, my bad. They're engaged. They're the Hotep couple, they're engaged, and that's all she would talk about is their wedding. All she talk about is their wedding and how she can't wait to get married to this man. And I'm like, is this struggle love? Is this really what you want? Because this is a mess. Let me just paint the whole picture for y'all. Let me just paint the whole picture top to bottom and tell you what it's really giving. It's giving baby boy. It's giving tragedy. It's giving mess, struggle, love. Here's what in delusion. Where's this bitch going? I'm gonna rent this. Okay, I'm watching out for these bikers. Y'all know how these bikers are. Here's how it was, y'all. So she's telling me, you know, delusion, they're a happy couple, she loves her man, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. But this is what we're seeing. Okay, let's just recap all those points real quick. He's a cheater, okay? He's a Hotep, okay? It's very apparent that he's with her because, like, she's a very self-sufficient woman, and, like, she does everything. She cooks all his meals. Like, she damn near babies that grown man. And it's like, she runs her own business. She works. She's getting her master's. It's like, women, stop messing with these losers. Stop messing with these losers. He doesn't do shit. Like, she works so hard, and it's like, you can at least help her cook dinner. Don't just sit on your ass while she's busting her ass. Like, he works too, but it's very clear that she does a lot more. It's very clear. And it's very clear that he doesn't love her and that he just settled to marry her because she is gonna take over everything, because she is like a bigger woman. And not saying that there's anything wrong with bigger women, but it's just very apparent that he's that it's just very clear. If you see them together, if you see him and her, you see why he's with her. That's all I'm gonna say. And the way he treats her, cheating on her, he was even disrespectful and bold enough to try to flirt with other people in the house. Okay, so I'm just like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, like I said about her, messy, calling about her man's whereabouts, you know what I'm saying, doing weird shit too. But then again, maybe they're perfect for each other. Birds of the same feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's meant to be. But I'm like, what? That is a recipe for disaster. And she told me too. She's like, oh, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 21. She's like, oh, I could be your mom. I'm like, what? Like, how old are you? She's damn near 50 years old. And it's like, let me get on you old heads real quick. Because this is my problem. Y'all always trying to tell us what the fuck to do, and you're still doing the same shit you've been doing since your early 20s. You know, y'all always like, oh, these young people don't know do this, don't know that. But all you know is struggle, and all you're acting on is your struggle love. Like, stay in your own lane. Like, you would think these old people really just knew what the fuck they were talking about, up on their high horse, educated, got their things together. But no, y'all are out here at your big grown age doing the same stupid shit that people my age are doing right now. Like, y'all aren't tired of that? Y'all aren't tired at your big grown age? Aren't your bones starting to creak? You can't be in the same 20-year-old toxicity. You can't do that. You can't be calling about man's whereabouts, him cheat. What? And then you're Hotep, and then you want to have people confide in you about shit, but you're talking about their business. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. All the people in this house, y'all are meant for each other. Y'all were meant to fight each other. Because what the fuck? Like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Like, what is that? What is that? And it's the fact that these people try to act like they're just such good people. They're just such good people. Everyone else is bad. They don't do anything wrong. Like, it's not their fault. They've been through so much. Shut the fuck up. Everyone's been through shit, okay? You can't become a product of your environment. You can't allow your environment to dictate how you move. You can't, it's like they're using it as an excuse. They're using their environment as an excuse for their behavior. Like, oh, this is all I am. Like, this is what I know. And it's like, no, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Have some accountability. Have some ownership. What? And they're always pointing the finger. Point the finger at yourself, sweetie. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe it's you. Look at the way you're behaving. Look at how you're moving. Really. But I also feel like some people, they keep up with this struggle up, or they just stick it out because they're like, oh, I'm not gonna get nothing else. It's not gonna get any better than this. You know what I'm saying? That's where that self-worth really comes into play. But go off, I guess. And I've seen a lot of men do that out here in LA. Like, not just saying it's out here, but I'm saying because I've been living out here, but I've been seeing that a lot. Like, these women who, even though they could be a little cuckoo too, maybe a little problematic as well, but they have their shit together, or at least more than the man. And the man just latches onto them because they're like, it's not gonna get any better than this. Like, fuck it. Like, I ain't got shit anyways. Losers! But you know what? If that's what you want to do, that's what y'all want to do. I guess. Like, women, if that's, because some women like that. Like, some women like to build these men up. If that's what you want to do, I'm not knocking it. But from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of manipulation. The men are lying about what the fuck they're doing, their profession. It's just everything. Like, y'all are really going outside. Like, y'all are really going outside. It's really fucking pathetic. Like, honestly, the older I get, it's just easier for me to stop giving a fuck about what people think, because a lot of y'all just aren't shit. Sorry, it's true. Young, old, a lot of y'all just aren't shit, and you only show people one side of yourself. Like, obviously, you know what I'm saying? You only show people the side that you want to see, but you got all that ugly. Not even the skeletons, and not even skeletons in your closet. Not even the old shit. You're still doing fucked up shit to this day, but you're just hiding. You're being sneaky about it. You know, me, I really pride myself on being a transparent person, because you're gonna see me happy, sad, angry. Like, you're gonna see it all. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna see it all, because that's how it is. That's how I am. Like, people are just happy all the time, just nice all the time. I don't trust that fucking shit, because I see one of those type of people, it's like they'll snap, and the angry comes out, and then it's like, whoa, like, where did this come from? And it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't be surprised that you're angry, because everybody gets mad about shit. Everybody gets angry, you know what I'm saying, or upset. So it's like, no, you just can't trust these people. You just can't trust people. People who are inviting and welcoming, you can't even trust that. So I'm trying to think. If I really decided to just confide in that lady and just trust her and just talk about my shit, and just, she'd been airing out all my motherfucking business. All my motherfucking business. And she was just weird. Like, here's what she did. She threw away my cheesecake that she made for me. I forgot to mention that. That shit had me banned. I don't know why I've been recently thinking about that, even though that shit was like 7 months ago. But because I love food like that. You threw away my cheesecake, my homemade cheesecake. Here's why. So I guess the cheesecake was only good for like a week or whatever. And it was like a week and 2 days. And I was still gonna eat it because it still tasted fresh. There was no fucking mold. The cheesecake was in the freezer. Like, it's fine. And she threw my cheesecake away. And I look in the trash. Oh no, first I look in the freezer. I'm like, where's my cheesecake? I look in the trash, and conveniently she comes out the room and sees I'm looking for it, And she's like, oh, well, and she was salty about it. She's like, oh, well, I threw it away because like, what'd she say? She's like, oh, well, I threw it away because you didn't eat it. Like, you didn't eat the rest of it. And it was old by then. Like, she's all salty. Like, bitch, I was still going to eat the fucking cheesecake. Like, I was really going to eat it today. And she's acting like she threw away, like, damn near the whole piece of cheesecake. The whole thing. It was like 1 to 2 slices left. And I was going to eat that shit up. And it's like, bitch, who are you to throw away something that you gave to me? You gave me the motherfucking cheesecake. So why would you throw it away? Because you're mad because I didn't eat it? And it's like you're weird. And you're doing it at your big grown age. Like, you gave it to me. It's mine. It's mine. How about that? How about that? So, yeah, those were the Hoteps. Basically. I'm like, was that it? Yeah. They were just a lot, y'all. Like, they were a lot. They were a lot. And they were beefing with Mr. Scorpio. Because them and Mr. Scorpio were living in the house, like, all along. Like, it's been a while. By the time I got there, all 3 of them have been there for, like, a little while. So they've been beefing with Mr. Scorpio. And they said Mr. Scorpio took the woman's, because she's a cooker, right? She cooks. They said Mr. Scorpio took her pot that her grandma gave her, and she's dead now. So they took his shit and hid his shit. Like, they're petty like that. At 50 years old! That's the problem! That's the problem! That is the problem with y'all. But yeah, those are the Hoteps. I'm trying to think, was that it? Those are really the main things. The main thing, like, I'll never forget, like I said, the kitchen scene where he came in the kitchen giving me the books, and when he lifted up his shirt and was like, look, black people aren't supposed to have hair, they're supposed to be hairless. Bitch, what are you talking about? We have chest hair, back hair, like what are you talking about? We're not supposed to be hair. What are you talking about? That, how much hair you have this, oh my God. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Look how stupid you sound. Like, bitch, are you dumb? So that shit, the hair shit, and then him saying women aren't supposed to wear jeans and how they're confused and it's supposed to be dresses only, really giving into the misogyny and those gender stereotypes right there. Like, bitch, are you dumb? Are you stupid? Like, they were just a lot. And there was just no point in even trying to, like, have them see my perspective or argue with them or whatever, because those people, like, you just can't. Because they're not going to see your side. They're going to block out the shit that you're saying because they feel as if they're the only ones right in this situation. And just, yeah, stay away from people, y'all. People are fucking crazy. And it's the fact that afterwards, so when it was time to leave the house, everyone was moving out. The motherfuckers was like, oh yeah, Brandon, you should come see our new place. Come see our place over in Crenshaw, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You should go see it. And then they were like, oh yeah. What else they do? They told me to come see their place. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Followed me all on Facebook. Followed me on Facebook. All these other apps. Like, get away from me! Get away from me! I don't want to follow you. I'm not gonna follow you. Get away from me! Y'all crazy. So yeah, that's it for the Hoteps. Hopefully their struggle of, hopefully they worked it out. Hopefully they separated. But I don't think so. I think that's it for them. Cause that was just, oh God. That was a lot. That was a lot. I just can't believe I was witnessing that, all the cheating and her calling me. Calling someone who she barely knew. She called me in the beginning. That's how, where she called me on some, have you seen my man? That I was like, oh, these motherfuckers are on that shit. These motherfuckers are on that shit. Cause what? Girl, what? And that's how I knew to run. That's how I knew to run. Oh, also, okay, side story. This is gonna be an extra little story. Cause this is only like, wait, is it gonna be an extra story? How much time I got? Yeah, okay, it's gonna be a little extra story because this is quick. So this is the vegan girl, or the vegetarian girl. No, vegan girl. She's a little cuckoo. She had like an obsession with Mr. Scorpio because she had like a real obsession with like Nigerian men. At the same time, she hated them. Oh, I hate Nigerian men. They're so controlling, so just possessive. By the same time, she loves to date them. You know what I'm saying? And she just was like, you know what? Should I talk about her? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just cut this part out because I don't even know if she's worth talking about because like too much didn't even happen with her. She just was trying to like latch on to me and be my friend, and I knew she was weird, so I was not having that. Like one day, bruh, she dead ass just busted in my room with blunts and was like, Brandy, she's like, Brandy, you trying to smoke? Like, you trying to smoke? I was like, girl, what? Like, and we weren't even hanging out like that. He's going, you know what? I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this. I'll talk about this next time. I'm gonna have to edit this part out. But thank you guys for watching the Hoteps, listening about the Hoteps. These people were crazy, y'all. Like, and what I talked about was just like the main things. Because if I really got into the nitty gritty, this shit would be like 2 hours long. Like, I'm so serious. Because some people were crazy. Like, y'all are crazy. And what's worse is how, like I said, you guys really act like you're not the problem. Or like you're not doing anything wrong, it's someone else. Oh, I've tried my hardest. Like, look in the mirror sometimes, sweetie. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, how did you get here? What went wrong? But yeah, thanks guys for watching this video. To my 3 subscribers, yeah, my 3 viewers, yeah. Thank you guys so much. This is King's Kingdom. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, period. King's Kingdom out. I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna try to next week.